What's up, everybody out there? We are Sin City Food Reviews. I'm JT.
I'm Mom.
And we are finally back with another food review. This time we went to Benihana's in front of the Fashion Show Mall. On this occasion, we headed to Benihana's because it was Mom's birthday. Flood the comments with happy birthdays to Mom. We got a $30 off coupon if you go to Benihana's on your birthday. I think it's the week before or the week after of your birthday. You get $30 off. So that's why we headed to Benihana's. But check out our review, honest review. It was fun. Mom had a good time.
Yeah, let's
get into it. What would you get the service?
I gave service a 4 because we had reservations and we had to wait outside for about 15 minutes. We got there, it took the guy a while to come around to ask for our drink orders.
What would you rate the cleanliness of the restaurant?
I would rate it a 5 because it looks pretty clean. The floors were clean. As far as I could tell, it looks clean.
Alright, what would you give the quality of food?
I would give it a 4 because the steak was really good. We did have soup and salad before the steak. It was cooked correctly the way I really liked it.
What do you usually get when you go to the restaurant? Medium, right? Medium,
yeah,
or mid-range?
Yeah, you should get medium.
So it was a real, yeah, because I had some of it, and it was.
It was right on. It was really tender. It was tasty. I did happen to try JT's part, and it was good too.
Yeah, chicken teriyaki.
His chicken teriyaki was really good. The only thing was the rice.
Yeah, they usually grill.
They gave us steamed rice because it cost like $5 plus for your like pork fried rice or whatever rice you wanted.
So the steamed rice they should have threw back on the grill at least. Yeah, it was kind of dry, and we added a bunch of soy sauce, which made it a lot better. All right, what would you give the speed?
I would say it was a 3 because, like, we got our drinks. The guy was there to like do refills, and we had apple sake. It was really super good. We have the cold brew or whatever, apple sake, and it was really super good. But as far as
the speed goes,
it took over 2 hours.
All right, what would you give the ambiance?
I would give it a 5. I really liked the atmosphere. It was really nice, and the people around were really nice and friendly.
And there wasn't like a ton of music, huh?
No, there wasn't really loud music, so you could actually communicate.
All right, what would you give the cost?
I would give it a 4 because without a coupon, I guess it's pretty basic price.
Well, Osaka was.
Compared to another hibachi place we went to.
Yeah.
It was a little bit high, but for what we got, and the presentation was really good.
All right, what would you rate the drinks?
I would give it a 3 because for just the sodas and stuff, kind of high priced. The sake for the size thing we got was kind of high priced.
Carafe was what, $14?
Yeah, it was like $14,
yeah.
So that's kind of high price for drinks.
What would you give the overall rating?
I would give it a 5 because the food was really super good.
Food was good.
The guy that did, I can't remember his name, but the guy that did the grilling, the chef, he was really super good.
Yeah, Malik was his name. Big shout out to Malik if he ever sees this video.
He was really super good, and it helped it out. He did a good job.
Now, would you recommend Benihana's in front of the Fashion Show Mall on the Vegas Strip?
Yeah, I would recommend it, for a family or just, like even a date even. It seemed like a really nice place to, you could have a conversation. It was quiet. Yeah, I would recommend it.
And like, as far as like the birthday like vibe of it? What'd you think of like the birthday vibe? I was gonna ask you
The
because
birthday was good. It was weird because they did like a couple for happy birthdays at a few tables.
they didn't do any to Mom.
And they didn't do anything for me, which I didn't really want to, but it's just weird how they did it.
They didn't celebrate your birthday like some restaurants would, like give you like a free dessert, free, you know, something, free appetizer. I mean, they did give us a $30 off coupon, but sometimes they'll still throw in like, you know, here's a free dessert or something like that, you know. For your birthday, they bring out little cakes or something. They didn't do any of that. So that's the only thing personally that I thought they could have done better.
JT, what would you rate this service?
I gave the service a 3, like Mom mentioned. They made us wait outside where there was little benches inside. We probably could have sat there. I understand COVID and everything. And then the waiter took a while to bring our drinks. And then we were supposed to get steamed rice. And we actually had to ask the chef, where's our rice? Oh, the waiter's supposed to bring it to you. He didn't really check on us and say, how's the food? He checked on our salads, but he didn't check on the chef's food. So I gave him a $10 tip. It would have been higher, but I gave the service a 3.
What would you rate the cleanliness?
The cleanliness, I gave a 4. It probably could have got a 5, but it was like darker lit, and I couldn't really tell exactly how clean it was. They did practice social distancing and, you know, separated people. You know, the grills looked clean, like they cleaned them after every use. So I gave it a 4.
What would you give the quality of food?
I gave the quality of food a 5, believe it or not. The chicken teriyaki was really, really good. The steak, Mom's steak, was pretty tender, and it was only like $31 for the entree with the steak and stuff like that. So I thought for a $31 steak, it was pretty freaking tender. The soup and salad was really good. The salad was kind of weird because it had like a ginger dressing or whatever. I wasn't too sure if it was good, but I actually enjoyed it. So yeah, I gave it a 5.
And what would you give the speed?
I gave the speed a 2. It took forever. First of all, they brought us in, which we already sat outside like 10 or 15 minutes past our reservation time. Then we get in there, they turn on the grill. It seemed like the grill wasn't even heating up, to be honest. We kept putting our hand near the grill. Like, damn, it's not even heating up. And then they were short-handed with the chefs. So then they had like 3 chefs on duty. And yeah, it took over 2 hours. Like, if you are gonna go there, I do plan on, you know, going earlier because it's gonna take 2 to 3 hours depending on what's going on there. But yeah, I gave that a 2.
And what would you rate the ambiance?
The ambiance, I gave a 3. We had kind of a weird scenario. Awesome people. They sat across from them. We sat across from them. And it was actually their second date, which was kind of awkward. You would think that they would have you facing the chef. You know, so you're like facing these people. And they're like, you know, on their second date. And it's Mom's birthday. And like, it was kind of a little bit awkward for as far as the ambiance goes. The music, it was not really that loud, which was cool. It was separated from people, which kind of had a cool vibe there. But yeah, it was just kind of weird how they set it up. I know COVID and everything like that, but there was a lot of hibachi in there, and I don't know, just kind of how they set it up. I wasn't really feeling the vibe that much.
So the cost?
The cost, I gave a 4. Considering we had a $30 off coupon, the check was only $55 plus a $10 tip, so $65. I thought the cost was pretty good. Although if we didn't have the coupon, it would have been, you know, $100 or something like that. So, you know, the cost was about a 4 for Vegas, hibachi, and everything.
And drinks?
The drinks, I gave a 4. The cost was not a 4. The cost was very high. It was a little small carafe. I said a carafe. I'm thinking carafe because I worked in different restaurants where a carafe's pretty decent size. This thing was this little tiny, looked like a half of a carafe, to be honest. But the apple sake, I was a little, you know, optimistic, like apple sake, I don't know. But as soon as we had it, like me and Mom literally took back to back shots, the whole bottle, because it literally tastes like apple juice. So that's why I gave the drinks a 4. I would have gave it lower because of the cost, but I ended up giving the drinks a 4.
So what would be your overall rating?
I gave the rating overall a 4. The food was pretty good. The drinks are really good. What really knocked it could have been a 5 or at least a 4.5, but the service, like really, like not the service necessarily, but like the waiter was nice guy and everything like that. The chef was awesome, Malik. Big shout out to Malik. But it just took like a little too long because we went to like Osaka and we're only in there for a little over an hour. You know what I mean? I understand they're short-handed and kind of things happen, but that's what knocked my overall rating to a 4.
Would you recommend Benihana's?
I definitely recommend it. Really good food. The chefs are awesome. They put on a little show. The volcano, you know that one, but he does a lot of flipping tricks with the spatulas and everything like that. And yeah, I had a really good time. And like I mentioned before, if it's your birthday month, sign up for the Benihana Club and you can get $30 off, no joke, your birthday dinner. So if you go by yourself, you're solo Vegas and your meal's $35, you're gonna pay like $5. So that's definitely worth going to Benihana's, but the food's really good, Ambiance. Only thing that's, you know, be prepared to stay there a while. We are Sin City Food, and you have been reviewed.
It took a while for us to, like, we had reservations. And we had to wait outside before they had a table ready. The quality of food, I would give it a 4. Probably a 4.5 actually, because the steak was really good. And would you recommend Benihana's Hibatchi?
Hibatchi!